Guys, what's up? This is my review for the X Mac. By this point, you watch Ex Machina. So, what do you think? Oh man, this is gonna be rough to do remotely. I wish I could talk to you guys about it. I hope you liked it. I hope you thought it was cool. Quite the movie, eh? So, Ex Machina. What happens to me if I fail your test? Again, this is this is not the document I meant to click on. One sec. Okay, I hope that worked good. That was just the document that just had the link. So spoiler alert. So again, if you haven't watched Ex Machina yet, um this is gonna be a spoiler. So I would say pause this. Don't watch this until after you've seen the movie. Okay. So I just say like what I would recommend is listen to the podcast where I talked about it, then watch the movie, then look at this. Okay. So I guess I have access to this, but I want to read this to you. So this is going to be due April 10th. Okay, so this is not this coming Friday, but next Friday, and it's only 3 pages. I want you to basically answer 3 questions, or actually, I'm only asking you to do 2 questions. Students will choose 2 of these questions and do a 1 page response each. So really, this isn't that huge of an assignment. It's only a 2 page assignment. I want you to answer 2 of the questions. Okay, so all this stuff here is pretty basic. Let me go over the questions though. Okay, please keep in mind. Let me see if I can blow this up so it looks better. Oh, sorry. Rookie move. Okay, please keep in mind that I want you to think deeply about these questions. Some of these questions ask about things that are currently unknown, like the relationship between consciousness and intelligence. So have fun with your response and try to think creatively and reflectively. Okay, so all I mean by that is I want you guys to try to have fun with this assignment. I want you to, think outside the box a bit. 2 1-page answers. That's all I'm asking for. Number one, describe the Turing test. Now, you'll notice when you guys download your document that all those things that look like hyperlinks are, and they're linked to other information that will help you with the questions. Describe Turing tests in your own words. Do you believe that Ava would pass the Turing test as presented in the film? Why or why not? Explain your reason. Number two, before Ava puts on the skin of the other robots, do you think she's passing the Turing test? In other words, is she sentient or conscious? Is she alive and conscious and aware enough to allow her to exist as humans? Or does taking the form of humans, is that a key part? Is her actually having the body that looks like a human key? Why do you think she would pass or fail the Turing test? Why is looking human so important? Why wasn't why was such a core part of that movie the fact that she was an attractive female? Let's just say it. Is that a different movie if it's a ugly old man? Or if the intelligence isn't in the form of a human? Number three, what does the word consciousness mean to you? Does having a high level of intelligence demand consciousness? Or are consciousness and intelligence completely different things? Do you think that a machine can develop human intelligence without consciousness? Do you think a machine could get way smarter than us without having to be conscious of itself as a thing? Again, you just have to pick 2 of these. If that question, if you're like, if that question doesn't sit with you, there's more. Why, number four, why in movies do humans create machines? Why do humans create machines like Ava with human capacities like intelligence and empathy and then retreat from them as soon as they show self determination, as soon as they want to control themselves? Right? Why do human beings fear creating self determination in their creations? I don't know. I thought that was a cool question. Number five, most movies tend to portray artificial intelligence as having an inherent survival instinct, that it's like fight that, like we would say that living things have that, right? A lot of these movies portray, like say for example, Ava as having this kind of motivation to survive, right? Which we wouldn't necessarily assume a machine would have. That's a very living thing, if that makes sense. Most movies tend to portray artificial intelligence as having an inherent survival instinct and need to keep existing for some purpose other than to fulfill its primary function. Right? Is this a realistic way of looking at artificial intelligence? Could Ava develop a survival instinct? Survival seems to be an innately living trait. It seems to be something that like alive things have, animals and humans and plants, and it seems to be an evolutionary result that keeps us alive. How would that translate to artificial intelligence or machines? Or is the fact that Ava wanted to survive and kind of screws him over at the end, is that just an effective plot? Was it just that just made a good movie? Again, remember you're just picking two. Number 6. At various points in the film, Ava intentionally crashes the power system at the compound, creating a blackout. Again, if you click on that hyperlink, it's a video that shows examples of that. How does this show us another side of Ava's intelligence? And how do these power system crashes deepen the relationship between Ava and Caleb? How does the fact that they maybe I was just about to basically answer that question. Okay. Number 7. Oh man, I love and miss you guys. I keep saying that in these things, but I made these things for you guys to answer them. It's for you guys to think and be challenged, and I don't know. I hope that comes across. The company that created Ava in this book is called Blue Book, and it can be seen as being similar to real life mega companies like Google. What does this film say to us about some of the dangers of our technophilic world? Our world that's in love with technology. That's all that word means. There's a hyperlink to it. Number 8. Would it have made a stronger story or a weaker story if Ava had saved Caleb? Again, if you haven't seen the movie, there's the spoiler. What do you think? Do you think that it would have been a better movie if she did? Number 9. Does Nathan ever do anything that would be considered truly unethical? Right, so he like hits the women robots, and but again, if he was doing that to a computer, you wouldn't care. Right? So that physicality, body piece, that embodiedness. Okay. Does Nathan ever do anything that we would consider truly unethical? Does he deserve his end? Explain using ideas of consciousness or ethical responsibility to our creations. Again, like you wouldn't, if I was frustrated with this thing freezing, this computer freezing or something, and I like hit the computer, you wouldn't be like, "Hey, Mike, that's mean." You might be like, "Hey, that's stupid. You're gonna break your tool," but you wouldn't be worried about, you know, you wouldn't have ethical concern for my computer. That sounds laughable, but make the computer look like a person in it, or Ava, or 10. Number question 10, Kyoto, right? His Japanese assistant robot. I write in this question, Kyoto is a disturbing character to watch. What do her interactions with the other characters show us about Nathan and Caleb and Ava, and about her herself, right? And I think Kyoto's one of these characters, and you see these in a lot of, well, just in a lot of movies and a lot of books, where a character's there almost not necessarily just because they're there, but they're there because of how the other characters interact with them is designed to show us things about those characters. Right? So is Kyoto basically a plot piece? Okay, guys, so if you guys have questions about these, need more information, shoot me emails. I'm hearing from some of you I haven't heard from. And if you need help, let me know, please. I'm gonna try to fire this out to you and get to bed. It's about 2:30. It's kind of cold out here. I just did this, and before this, I did the chapter 14 for social issues. So, more coming soon. I had a good nap today with Evie, and everybody's sleeping, and it's nice recording noise weather out here. So, again, hang in there, guys. Miss you. Stay well. Cheers.